Okay, folks, we got a lot to go over. This is the first video of some of the new feature videos I'm going to make going over Final Cut Studio's new release. As you know, there's shadows and reflections in motion, but that's not all. There's a few other things I'd like to show you guys. That's really nice. But, of course, we're going to start out with probably something everybody's seen a video on already. And it's going to be shadows. As you can see here, Motion now can cast shadows based on your light. Okay, you can see I have my name there, and where I move my light, the shadow reacts. Okay, and it's pretty nice. So let's get a new project here. Okay, now you have to excuse the speed. I have all of my motion content on and everything loaded onto an external drive. I am doing some rearranging, and when I get done migrating some files and the stuff, I will move them back onto my 10,000 RPM drive, and things should pick up. So if you're wondering what's going on, if it slows down for some reason, that's why it's pulling it off an external hard drive. Okay, so what can we do? Let's go to our library and let's type in map, and down under content we'll have our world map there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it like that. And there's our world map. Okay, now if we add this, let's open up our project. This is, you know, no different than Motion 3. We can add a camera. Let's bring up our HUD. And of course, now we have our 3D here. We can rotate it any way we want. Of course, we're rotating the camera, not the map. Okay, so let's grab our world map and let's go to rotate it. I want to rotate it just about flat like this, and I want to go to my inspector tab and I want to scale it up just a tad, you know, and bring it down some. Let's zoom in on our camera here. Okay, now that looks okay, I guess. So let's go ahead and let's add some text like I had before. We'll call it Motion 4. Okay, and we can scale this up a little bit using our HUD. And we can give it a different color, a lighter blue maybe. Like that. Let's move it down here. Oh, I'm going to say to about right there. Okay. Now let's add us a light. Okay, now we have our light here. Let's take it a little bit forward. Bring the intensity up a little bit. Like that right there. Looks good. And we're going to click the little button under the light that we want to cast our shadows. Cast shadows. And now, as you can see, let's go to our perspective view here. You can see our motion text. Let's turn the intensity down of our light a little bit. You can see our motion text now is casting a really nice shadow. And if you turn down your disclosure triangle, you can have the opacity, the strength of the shadow. Okay, I can have it really soft so the edges won't be so hard. You see, it blurs it out there a little bit. You can change the color of your shadow. Now, sometimes you may find that your text isn't casting a shadow. So what you need to do there is go to your text tab, go to your layout under the text tab after you've selected your text, and select flatten. Okay, this will enable you to cast shadows with your text if you check flatten, if it's not doing it for you. So let's see, let's go to select our text, let's add a filter, let's extrude that text, and there we go. As you can see, now we have us a really nice. Let's adjust the distance. We can adjust the distance of our extrusion and the clipping angle, the back size, the face brightness, the front brightness, yada yada yada, right? So there's that. That's how you cast shadows. Is that? I mean, it's really nice quality shadows, and motion renders them really well too. And also, if you want to, let's turn off our shadows. You can also cast reflections, okay? Now we're getting a reflection. So let's go to our group. All you have to do is click on your little reflection button here, as you can see, and then you can adjust your reflectivity, which is how strong your reflection is going to be. Okay, and you can also give it a blur if you want to blur it, and you can give it a fall off, which is really nice, which makes it kind of fade off at the top. As you can see there, now it's kind of gone right through here. Okay, so let's bring this down here a little bit. So, okay, now you can see we're getting a nice reflection there in our map. If we want to, we can turn back on shadows. We can cast shadows and reflections at the same time, and you can see our viewport is still responsive, and it's nice. It's a really nice feature, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. If you go under your camera, select new add behavior, camera behavior, you'll notice there's a new behavior, framing, and we'll talk about that next time. On a side note about reflection, guys, if you notice there's 2 reflection checkboxes. My text is inside of a group, and if I select my group, there's a reflection checkbox, and if I select my motion, there's a reflection checkbox. If I select my world map, there's a reflection checkbox. Okay, so it really depends on what kind of reflection you're looking for. If I uncheck the reflection in both the world map and the motion text, and go to my group and check reflection, you'll see I'm getting a reflection. It looks like it's coming from the bottom, okay? Like it's reflecting in whatever is underneath this text. Okay, if I uncheck that and go to my motion text and check reflections, it looks as if the motion text has kind of become reflective, and now it's kind of reflecting off the bottom is kind of reflecting off the text. The floor is kind of reflecting off the text now. Okay? So if I uncheck it, it's non-reflective. If I check it, it goes reflective. So basically what you have to do is get in there and experiment around with it, so you can see what you're needing and what you're looking for. I usually just go with the basic reflection, which is turning on reflections here, like that. So y'all get in there and you fool around with your reflections and use what looks best for your scene. Thanks for watching.